remember that half the population in Gaza are children. So they are the majority of the patients that we're seeing. And about 92% of all housing has been destroyed. So there's sort of almost 2 million people now living in tents. And there's no maternity services whatsoever. I think UNICEF have done a survey to show that almost half of all pregnant women already have anemia, and that miscarriages and preterm births and low-weight births have sharply risen. So it's a tragic situation for women and children.
Yeah, and we're hearing today that the temperatures mean that there are newborn babies dying of hypothermia in these camps, which are housing thousands of displaced people.
Yeah, I think lots of people perceive it's, Middle East, so it's quite warm, but the temperatures are actually dropping to sort of 5 degrees in the evenings. And if you're living in a tent, that's low enough for you to suffer from the extremes of exposure. And then you've got sort of overcrowding, so there's sort of dire hygiene conditions as well. I mean, we saw every child we saw had nits or scabies. There's recently been a massive outbreak of chickenpox reported by UNICEF in Deir el-Balah, which is something that we don't see in the Western world anymore.
Yeah. Can anything be done to help the children and the babies to improve their lot?
I think the main thing is to put pressure on Israel to allow aid in. I mean, as I said, they're severely restricting aid. I think, they've basically stopped all aid going into the north. I think out of 52 attempts to get aid across into the north, 2 trucks got in since December the 1st. So that just sort of shows you the lack of supplies. And that's sort of medical supplies, food, that's everything. We really need to increase the amount of food that's getting in and medical support that's getting in, and even medical workers